Wow, kindergarten, it's me, Mrs. Nielsen, and look we are at the end of the alphabet with the letters Y and Z to make this amazing yellow zebra. Today, to make our yellow zebra, you'll get your paper and you know the first thing, flip it over and write your name on the back. If you want to trace the letters Y and Z on the front, you may. Your turn. Time to start drawing. Do you see this letter Z in the middle of your paper? First thing, trace that letter Z with your pencil. Your turn. Now let's turn that letter Z into our zebra's head and neck. Start at the top of the Z and make a small line down and then a line over to the edge. Your turn. Now we'll draw the neck. At the top of the Z on this side, draw kind of a little diagonal line down to the bottom of the Z. Watch me. Now it's your turn. Did you notice we just made a little bit of a triangle shape here at the top for our neck? Now let's make a rectangle. The bottom of the Z needs to be a little longer. Make it a little longer, then stop. Do 2 lines down, and 1 line over for a rectangle body. Your turn. Let's get the legs on our zebra, and we want this yellow zebra to be running. So I'm going to start at the corner, the bottom corner of my rectangle. I'm going to do a diagonal line out and a diagonal line in. Your turn. The next leg will start up here on the side of the rectangle, not too high up. Do a line over and a line down. Your turn. The next leg, the back leg, will start from the bottom of the rectangle, go out a little bit and in a little bit. Your turn. And this last leg that's running will start here in the back, go out and down. Your turn. You can keep your legs like this nice and simple, or we can be a little bit more advanced and make these legs thick. So next to each line, I'm going to do a line that looks just like it. Your turn. Here goes the next leg. Right underneath it, make a line that looks just like it. Out, down, and the bottom. Your turn. Do the same job for the back legs. Right next to it, do a line that matches, and the end of the line for the leg, and finally the last one. Down, over, and you're done with your 4 legs. Great job. Before I go on to my next step, I'll put a line at the bottom of each leg showing where the hoof or the foot is. Your turn. Let's go ahead and add our tail up here at the top of the rectangle. I do a curvy line and kind of a circle at the end. Your turn. Ears will be next on our zebra, and right at the very top of that letter Z, I'm going to make a triangle. Up and down. I'm going to make the other triangle right next to it, kind of touching it. So I'm going to touch that triangle, go up a little bit and down. Your turn. My zebra needs a face, so I'll add a little dot for a nostril. I'll add a little mouth. You could do a circle mouth. You could do a smiley face. You could do it however you like. I'm just going to do a simple little curvy line for a smiley face. And I'm going to add my zebra's eyes, a nice big circle with a little circle inside as a shine, and I'm going to color it in. You could add eyelashes or eyebrows or do your eyes however you like. Your turn. One of the last things I need to add is my zebra's mane. So right here on the edge of the neck, I'm just going to do a whole bunch of lines out with my pencil. Your turn. Time for our Sharpies. I'm going to trace everything I have so far. I'm not going to add any stripes yet. I'm just going to trace what we've drawn. I always start at the beginning. So I'm going to trace that letter Z first. Then I'll do the face, the neck, the body, the legs, the tail, the ears, the mane, everything. Go ahead and you can trace as well. Remember, please trace, but it's not a race. Take your time and be very careful. Your turn. you have time, you can add a little line at the bottom for your horizon line, so it looks like your zebra is running on the ground. You could add some other details of your choice if you have time. Go ahead. After you've put your Sharpie away, I've traded it in for this black crayon. This black crayon is going to give the perfect amount of texture to my zebra. The first thing you can see is I traced the mane, and now I'm adding some little stripes right inside that neck area. See how I go back and forth with the crayon to make them nice and thick? Your turn. Now I'll add some stripes on my zebra's body. I'm going to do the stripes going down. Notice how I go up and down with that black crayon a couple times so that my line is nice and thick. We want to be able to see these zebra stripes, so don't do a skinny light line, do a nice thick line. Your turn. For some final details with this black crayon, I'll go ahead and color in the hair at the end of the tail. I'm adding 2 stripes to each leg, and I'm going to color in the hoof, or that foot at the bottom. So you can add stripes to your legs and color in the hooves and your tail if you like. Your turn. Adorable zebra, but it's not yellow yet, and we're doing a yellow zebra. To make your zebra yellow, of course, we could use crayons and they work great. Some of you might be using paint, we'll see. If you do get paint, you know to just put a little bit of paint on and to brush very softly with the tippy toes of the brush, just the tip. Gently, you would color in the face, the ears, the neck, the body, and the legs. Again, you don't want to rub very hard or you'll ruin your paper. You just want to press lightly, it goes very quickly for the face, the neck, the body, and the legs. If you're all done with the paint and you have a little extra time, or you're all done with your yellow crayon and you have some extra time, you can take some extra crayons and do some details. You might want to do some trees or grass or other animals, maybe a sun in the sky or some clouds. I have some old crayons here that I'm going to use for a few extra details, and I hope you enjoy. All right, guys, have fun finishing up your zebra.